Once upon a time, there was this beautiful 2-story house up near Apopka. And there was this nice family that lived there. There was a mom and dad, a couple kids, a dog, a cat. But you guys, my story is really not about that family. My story is about something that lived underneath the house. Because underneath that house, there was a town. And the name of that town was Spider Town. And in Spider Town, there were all kinds of spiders. There were black widow spiders. There were jumping spiders. There were wolf spiders. And there was one teeny tiny spider about that big. Now, Itsy Bitsy's mom had so many babies, she was running out of names. And when she got to this little spider, she said, what am I going to call him? I've run out of names. I've been through the alphabet at least 3 times. He's so small. I think I'll call him Itsy Bitsy. Now, Itsy Bitsy was tired of doing the things that spiders like to do. Itsy Bitsy was tired of making those sticky webs, shipping and receiving. He'd catch a bug, bound it up, and ship it out. And Itsy Bitsy was tired of sucking blood out of bugs. So one day, Itsy Bitsy went to his mama and he said, Ma, I'm so tired of sucking blood out of bugs. Ma, I am so tired of making those webs. Ma, I want to climb to the top. I want to go to the roof, okay? Oh, Itsy Bitsy, that's a bad idea. You've never been that high up in your life. It's 2 stories high. You fall, that's it. She said, why don't you stay here and make a nice little wedge in that viburnum bush over there, okay? Or how about the rose bush, okay? And you catch some nice flies, okay? They're big this time of year. But Ma, said Itsy Bitsy, don't you know? Spiders gotta do. What'd you say? Thank you, I love you. That's right. What a spider's gotta do. So Itsy Bitsy's mama said, all right, but I want you to let me make you a nice lunch. She wrapped it up, gave him something to drink. He put it on his little spider back. And he went and he looked at the roof and he went, shoo! And his web went flying. And he pulled it tight. And he started to climb. Yeah, 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 yeah. And he was 1 floor up, and he stopped. And he said, wow, I can see so far. This is great. I'm going to eat my lunch up here. He took part of the web and wrapped it around his little body. Shoom, 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 shoom. And he just kind of hung there. And he opened up his sandwich, and it was a roach wing sandwich with crushed aphids, crushed ants. He said, oh, yeah. And he ate it. And then he took the top off the thermos. Bull ant blood, so sweet. Then he looked back up at the roof and he said, I gotta finish. And he went, ee, 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 ee. And he was on the roof, you guys, and he scampered about and he said, wow. He said, I like it up here. I can see so many things. He said, I can see cars off on the highway. Meow, meow. He said, I can see motorcycles. He said, I can see big semis out there. He said, this is great. Well, you guys, Itsy Bitsy had a friend. And his friend was the sun. And the sun floated down to say hello to him. And he said, well, Itsy Bitsy, how you doing, little spider? And it's... All right, the kid, he's saying that all my impressions are the same. Let me do it. Well, you guys, the sun came down, and Itsy Bitsy said, well, son, how you doing? Just fine, Itsy Bitsy, but I gotta tell you, there's a big storm a-coming, and it's coming mighty fast. It'll blow you off the roof, it will. Now, spiders can't see so well, you guys, so Itsy Bitsy looks off, and he said, I'm sorry, son, I don't see the storm that you are talking about. Well, I'm telling you, little spider, it's moving mighty fast. It'll wash off the roof, it will. I'm sorry, son, I don't see this storm that you are talking about. Well, all right, little spider, I'll be on my way, I will. And he took off back into his sky, you guys. Now, you guys, the sun was right. There was a bad storm coming. It was a big storm. It was out in the ocean. It was whirling around South Florida, coming up the coast. This storm was so bad, he had so much attitude that they gave him a name. And his name was Charlie. He came whirling around the town. He was going, he said, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? And he looked up the west coast and he said, some nice places up there. He said, pretty names like Tampa, St. Pete, yeah. Bradenton, yeah. Clearwater, And he looked the other way down the center of the state and he said, which way am I going to go? 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 And he looked down the center and he said, oh, those names are even better. Kissimmee. Orlando. Sounds like the name of a flower, yeah. Which way am I going to go? 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 And finally, he looked down the center and he said, that's where I'm going. And he went ripping down the center of the state, tearing roofs off of houses. He was moving so fast. He ripped through Osceola County, made his way up just to the outskirts of Orlando, and he stopped. Shoom! Which way am I going to go? 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 And he looked down, and he saw that little spider down in the Apopka, and he said, oh. He said, look at that little spider taking things in, looking so peaceful. I'm going to put an end to that. And Itsy Bitsy, he was still sitting there. He was happy, you guys. Well, the storm sent down a raindrop. Hey! Who did that? Come on, come on. He sent down 2 raindrops. Bow, 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 bow. Hey! I said, who did that? He sent down 3 raindrops. Bow, 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 boop, boop, boop. Hey! I said, who did? And that's when he saw the storm, you guys. The storm said, oh, yeah. And the storm sent down all the wind and all the rain. And Itsy Bitsy was holding on to a shingle. He was going, no, stop it. The storm sent down more rain and more wind. And that shingle came loose and it had heading right into the gutter. He goes, no, not the gutter. No. And it went right in. He was surfing it, you guys. He hit the edge of the gutter. It knocked him, ow! And he started heading right for the edge of it. And he went right down that drain spout. And if you were outside that spout, you guys, you'd hear a... No. He came down at the bottom. On his little spider back. He said, ah! And he looked up, and the storm looked down on him, that hurricane. He said, see you later, spider. I'm heading for the beach. Yeah. Woo-hoo! And he went flying off, you guys. Well, Itsy Bitsy laid on his back. Now, his mama had so many spiders, he spent the whole night on the ground. The next morning, if you guys remember when that storm passed through, the next morning the sun came out. It went out fast. And Itsy Bitsy lay on his back, and he looked up into that sky, and he said, oh, I'm so wet. Oh. And the sun came back. Well, little spider, I warned you, didn't I? Yeah, you did, and I'm really sorry. And next time I promise to listen to you, okay? Well, all right, little spider, I'll dry you off, I will. And Itsy Bitsy started to feel better, you guys. He started to move them spider legs back and forth, back and forth. And he felt so good, you guys. He looked up at that sky, he popped back onto his little spider legs and went, yeah, yeah, yeah. He said, you know what? I gotta go back to the top of the roof. 'Cause you know, spiders gotta do what a spider's gotta do. All right, you guys, now, take me back to being a 3-year-old, okay? You know how the song goes, right? All right, let me hear it. Oh, the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun that dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.